Good morning, boys and girls. Miss Kennedy's back to do a little math lesson with you today. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Everybody's excited because summer is almost here. But before we get ready for summer, we've got to get ready for next year. So we are going to talk a lot about numbers and how we make our number facts, because in first grade you have to memorize your number facts. This is going to help you a lot. So you can practice this at home and be ready. Okay, now number bonds are ways to show how we break apart or decompose. That's a big word, decompose numbers. Every number can be broken apart into smaller numbers. And to show our number bonds, we have a sheet that looks like this. And you can see it has a big circle for our number, and we're going to break it apart into two smaller numbers, okay? Now, you can print this off. There's a link on the next slide that will show you how you can print this off, or you can make your own. Miss Kennedy made her own by using some things I have around the house. I've got my two funnels, a larger circle and a smaller. I put them down and I traced them with my marker, and I made my own number bond. So you can do it that way too. But today we're going to use my magnetic board. If you got a dry erase board that's a magnetic board, it comes in really handy for this. Here we go. We are going to start this way, I think. We are making the number 1, and we're going to break it apart. Kind of hard to break apart a number 1, isn't it? So we're going to put 1 frog. We're going to use Miss Poole's frogs today. 1 frog. And so what is going to go here? 0. So our first number bond is going to be 1 plus 0 and 0 plus 1. That's how we make the first equation. Now, so that you can remember these, we're going to write them down. You just get a plain piece of paper, put the number 1 at top, and we're going to write. We had a 1 frog, and then we had 0 frogs, but it equals 1. And then we can change those two numbers around so that we have 0 plus 1 equals 1. Okay? And those are the two equations that we can make with our number bond. Okay? How many equations did we make? 2. That's a little clue for you. 2 is 1 more than 1. So when we make the number 2, we're going to make 3 equations. So we have the number 2 we're working on. We're going to start with 2 frogs here. So we have 2 plus 0. I'm going to write that down. 2 plus 0 equals what? 2. But you know what? We can say it the other way. We can start here and say 0 plus 2 equals 2. Is there any other way we can do it? What if this little frog hops over here? Is that still 2? Yes, it is. So we can say 1 plus 1 equals 2. We call that a double because the two numbers are the same. We have double numbers, 1 and 1. So that makes the double. That kind of makes it special, okay? So how many equations do we make that time? 3. We'll go over them. Here they are. You see, we have 2 plus 0 equals 2. 0 plus 2 equals 2. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, I see some more frogs hopping around over here. Let's get one more frog up here. And we're going to work on the number 3. You always have to start. I want to put it backwards. With this number, the big number here, in one of the circles. So we've got to have 3 frogs because the number is never going to change no matter how many we put, how we move these around. We're still going to be working with 3 frogs, aren't we? Okay, so we have 3 frogs here, and we have 0 frogs here. 3 plus 0 equals 3, doesn't it? I'm going to write that equation. If you have a pencil and paper, you can write it too. All right, and we can change it around and say it backwards. 0 plus 3 equals 3. Now, are you ready for the frogs to hop? Here we go. This frog is going to hop over here to this pond. And we now have 2 frogs here, 1 frog here, but it still makes 3. They're bonded together to make this 3. They never change from that. Okay, so we have 2 plus 1 equals 3. That's an equation. And then we can say it backwards. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay. All right. Are there any other ways we can make these frogs? If we move this one down, it's still going to be 2 plus 1, and we've already done that one. That's all we can do. So we have 4 equations for the number 3. Remember I told you there's a little hint there. The equations is always going to be 1 more than the number. We had 2 equations for number 1, 3 equations for number 2, and 4 equations for number 3. So when you're bonding the 3, remember you're using the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 0. Those are the number bonds that you use to make 3. You have to put them together in just the right way. Let's do the number 4 now. I think I might have another frog over here hopping around. And I'm going to put all of them in the same pond to begin with. Okay, we have 4 frogs and 0 frogs. What equation could we write? We would write 4 plus 0 equals 4. And then we're going to say it backwards. 0 plus 4 equals 4. The number has not changed. The frogs are hopping, but they're not hopping off the board, are they? They're still 4. Now, we're going to let 1 frog hop down here and make a new equation. Here we've got 3 plus 1 equals 4. And say it backwards, start at the bottom. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now, is there any other way we can do it? I think so. Let's let this purple frog hop down here. How many frogs do we have there? Another double. We have 2 orange and 2 purple. That still makes 4 altogether. So we're going to write that double equation. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Do you know how many equations we made that time? If the number's 4, we should have made 5 equations. Let's see if we did. Okay, there they are. We have 4 plus 0 equals 4. 0 plus 4 equals 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4. And 2 plus 2 equals 4. 5 equations. So remember the numbers that you can use to make 4. Can you use a 5 to make 4? Can you use a 7? No. You can only use those 4 digits we used here. 1, 0, 4, and 3, and 2. 5 digits because we made 5 equations, okay? All right, let's see. Would you like to do a bigger number? Let's try the number 7. Can you guess how many equations we would have to make the number 7? If it's 1 more than 7, you know what number is 1 more than 7. What number is 1 more than 7? 8. You're right. I heard you shout it out. All right, here's the number 7 we're making. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frogs. That's not going to change. Okay? We have 7 frogs. And we're going to write an equation, 7 and 0. 7 and 0, those two digits together makes 7. You're right. And how else can we say it? Backwards. We can say 0 plus 7 equals 7. Okay, let's let one frog hop down here. How many frogs are left? We have 6 plus 1 equals 7. And then we're going to do it backwards. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Okay, one more frog hops down. How many are left up here? Can you see? There are 5 frogs left up here. So we have 5 plus how many at the bottom? 2 equals 7. Now say it backwards. I bet you can say it before I do. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Okay, one more frog hops down here. Now we have 4 frogs and 3 frogs. So let's write 4 plus 3 equals 7. And 3, there you go. 3 plus 4 equals 7. All right, now if one more frog hopped down there, that would be 4. And we've already done 4 and 3, haven't we? So we are done with the 7 equations. Let's see how many we have. Remember, we're supposed to have 8. Do we have 8? Yes, we do. And the digits we used, starting with 0 and going up to 7, we used 8 digits to combine. Now remember, you have to put them together the right way. You can't put the 0 with the 4 because that would not make 7. You have to use the 0 only with the 7. And I'll show you another neat trick about subtracting with this. Okay? So when you're subtracting, your equation is going to always start with the bigger number, 7. So we're starting with 7. And if we take away 1 frog, how many frogs are left? It's right here for you to see. 7 minus 1 equals 6. Okay, let's do another subtraction one, okay? We have 7 and we take away 5. How many are going to be left? 2. Or we could say it this way. 7 minus 2 equals 5. See how easy it is to subtract with your number bond? It's a great way to practice. Okay, here we can do one more. 7 minus 3 equals 4, or 7 minus 4 equals 3. You've already learned your number facts for all of these numbers. You can put them together to add or take away to subtract. It was easy, it was fun, and you can do it. I hope you had fun today. On the slideshow I have, after this video, you will find some games to do with number bonds, some printouts for number bonds, and some videos to watch with number songs. You can sing the number bonds with Jack Hartman, and you can listen to some cute videos that will help you have fun making number bonds. I hope you've had fun with me today. I did. I will see you soon, okay? Have a great day. Bye.